So hey all. Well, we just had Thanksgiving here. I would say it was a good holiday, pretty quiet. It was just the two of us this year, but we had a turkey and it was really good, and nothing really to complain about. We saw the parade, um, and it was just a nice, quiet day at home, which was nice. I really enjoyed just being able to just kind of do whatever I felt like and have a little extra time during the week to just do other things. Um, it's been a good holiday. I mean, it's always good to have family around, and we were originally expecting to have Shag's dad with us, but he had gotten a ride up to the other relatives. So, that's all good. We just decided to do Thanksgiving in our house. And, honestly, in the last couple of years, we've kind of been doing that a lot, and I kind of enjoy it. It's nice just having a little quiet holiday. Not a whole lot of craziness, but, we'll see. We'll see what happens next year. Um, in writing news, I haven't really been doing a lot of writing this week, in part because of the holiday, taking a few days off. I had, especially like Thursday and Friday, I was just having fun and just relaxing, just reading, doing a bunch of other stuff. So, but I'm still hoping to theoretically try and finish Winterfall 2 by the end of the year. I'm still question marky on the outlines for the next project. The one I had hoped to have together-ish by now isn't quite coming together the way I'd hoped it would. So I may end up having to come up with plan B, or just maybe finishing off the two smaller projects I was working on that I've just left in limbo for a long time, and maybe just clear those while I figured that out. So it might be a little bit of delay before the next project gets started. But primarily my focus right now is finishing up Winterfall 1, getting that published, and finishing Winterfall 2. And as far as what I'm going to do with publication, I'm still going to self-publish, but now that I'm realizing that it's almost December and I'm getting pretty close to having a cover, and I don't know, it's all getting pretty real, so I'm not entirely sure if I will be able to get it published by the end of the year. But if not, then it just kind of takes the pressure off, and I can just get it published in January or any time thereafter, as long as I hopefully get it published in time to take it to maybe do an artist alley table at TFF. Um, but we will see. I was kind of hoping to potentially be eligible for some things, but I mean, worst case scenario, it's just a year down the line, and maybe that's better. But I don't know. I mean, part of me kind of wants a little bit of validation, but I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to make sure that it's ready, that I'm ready, that it's okay, that I'm in good shape. So, I mean, we'll see. But for right now, it's still in the process, and I've got a test reader or two, which I'm hoping uh, may have some useful information, or if not, just some reassurance that I'm headed in the right direction. But we'll see how it all goes. But I'll do the best I can with the time I have, and that's all it'll have to be. But as far as the next project, I'm still trying to retool a lot of my earlier ideas, because a lot of them are really good salvageable ideas. I just haven't figured out what needs to change, what needs to be reconfigured, and how it all fits. So, there's that. But I don't know. Progress is being made. It's just that's all I can say really at the moment. I still need to release some more projects, but I haven't gotten to that stage yet because it's just been a lot of. It's been busy. It's been a lot of stuff that I've been trying to focus on, but I really should try and release a couple more of the projects that I do have waiting to go out. Um, Still been trying to figure out a better methodology for it, because honestly I've been sleeping late a lot on Sunday mornings, and it's resulted in me having very little time to do social media stuff, which is part of how this stuff gets out. So but I really do need to work on that. And video news, probably going to be a light day today. I'm doing a vlog, as I always do. I'm going to try and do some audio plates, some audio work for a couple of maybe writing videos or a book review or something. I need to do some audio work so that I have something ready for next week when I do the video plate. Let's see. But yeah, it's probably going to be a short day as far as video production is concerned. Books I'm reading. I am still reading Final Fantasy VII: Tale of Two Pasts. It's one of those books that I almost call kind of slice of life because it's not like a whole lot of action, but it's been an enjoyable read. It covers the history of Tifa and Aerith, two of my favorite characters from the game, and it kind of outlines their backstories, some of which we knew and some of which we didn't from previous games. But it's been an enjoyable story, and it breaks it up into two halves basically. The first half is Tifa, and the second half is Aerith, and then it has a wrap up at the end, which I'm enjoying the book so far. I'm glad I found it, and I'm glad I purchased it. So far it's looking like it's a really enjoyable book. I will have a lot of things to say in my review. And I have, after a considerable delay, started reading the Red Vixen Adventures #5. I think it's Shadow of Doubt. I could be wrong. I've just read the first 2 chapters so far, but I was kind of holding off on it because it's a series I've really enjoyed, so I kind of wanted to stretch it out as long as possible because I know that, at least as far as the mainline continuity, I've almost reached the end of what's written. So it's kind of a little bit disappointing in that regard because it's just like I really would like a lot more. But as somebody who does writing themselves, I know that you can only go as fast as you can go, and that's just how that is. But that being said, I still enjoy everything that has been put out so far, and I'm sure I'll enjoy this one and the little bit that comes after. And I'll probably finish it up, get it on my bookshelf, and then start working on some of the Kindle furry books that I have. I still have Return to Davalia to read, but I'll get to it. I will. It's a good book. I'm sure it is because it's Kale Gold, and he does not write bad books. Even his first book was really exceptional. So, some people say they can tell it's his first novel. I mean, I don't know. To me, I didn't see too many signs that he didn't know what he was doing. So, I like his stuff, generally speaking. I mean, I think that he kind of pigeonholes himself into a specific genre, I guess, or archetype. But I mean, hey, he's a specialist. That's okay. Um, but one can't argue with the quality of his books. But as far as RVA #5, #5 is kind of starts in the aftermath of 4. Sally and Alina Dar have returned back to Foxen Prime to get some restorative surgery after Sally's cybernetic eye was removed in the last novella. And so far it's everything I was expecting it to be. I'm kind of hoping that certain characters pop up, and I'm enjoying the dialogue and the back and forth. And so far it's as usual, providing a good experience. I mean, it's definitely one of those signs that the further the series goes, kind of the more everything's just like locked in, and it reads very smooth. I really enjoy it, and it's absolutely something that I would recommend because it's just got a lot of things in it that just kind of push my buttons the right way. And I don't know. Let's see what else to say about it. I mean, there's not a lot I can say yet, just because I've just literally just read the first 2 chapters. But I enjoy the series. I enjoy the characters. It's following the characters I really like. So I'm certain I'll enjoy the ride. And I'm certain I'll be sad when it's over. But I think I'm gonna just go straight from 5 to 6, finish the book, read the addendums at the back, and then just kind of put it on the shelf and just move on to the next furry project that I'm going to be reading and reviewing. I mean, going through some of my old books has resulted in finding a lot of books that I would like to read again, books that I've forgotten about, some that I don't feel the need to keep anymore, and it's kind of gotten into a lot of a whole, oh yeah, I forgot about this, or books I might like to review in the way that I do now as opposed to the way I used to, which was erratic and written sometimes. It's like I have a couple of books by Phil Geist that I remember I enjoyed, thought they were decent. This book that I think was part of Ironclaw, I don't know if that's still an active RPG, but and a book called Scars, which I remember I liked. The other one, Black Iron, I don't think I really remember that much at all, or even what my impression was of the book, but I might have to read it again and try and see if it's worth hanging on to, or at least give it a try. Um, But that's, let's see, for right now, it's RVA 5, Final Fantasy 7, Tale of Two Pasts. And then after that, I'll probably do Todd Aldrington's book, some Christmas themed thing. I probably won't get to it by Christmas, unfortunately, but such is timing. But we'll see. I still have bunch of stuff in my pile. I bought the first Anita Blake book on ebook. I got rid of the paperbacks. I remember starting to read them back when they were only 9 books, and I started reading them because of a friend suggested them to me. But it had like werewolves in it, and werehyenas, and a few other things, and I don't remember if I really liked it, or if I would have read it on my own, or if I would have only read it because I was kind of a friend had an interest in it, and we were kind of talking about it. So it was more encouragement for her to read the series. But we'll see if the series stands on its own when I start at the beginning again. And there's a couple of books I've decided I'm going to purchase in digital and get rid of the physical copies. And there's a bunch of books. I kept most of the sets, and honestly, few of these sets I really want to read again from the start. So this, of course, means that whatever I read will get a review, and whatever I review will get a video eventually, and it will take time, but hopefully it'll be worth it for anyone who's interested in checking out some of these books for themselves, because a lot of them are still in print. And maybe, if my generally spoiler-free reviews are any indication, you can find something that you might really enjoy. Because it's part of my goal to give my opinion on writing, to critique what I read, to sort of give you guys an opinion of what I look for, of what appeals to me, and maybe find something that other people can enjoy as well. Because some of these books I absolutely recommend to as many people as possible. Like Rafts is one of them by Utunu. Read it. You will thank yourself for doing it. I highly recommend it. Red Vixen Adventures is really good by Royce Day. There's a lot of good stuff. Renee Carter Hall usually writes pretty good books as far as in the fandom. And there's a lot more. I mean, I'm even contemplating whether or not I'll actually read The Forest Tales by Bernard Douve, because I know I haven't had the greatest opinion of his writing in the past. And I mean, still, I think there are some flaws inherent with it. But I don't know. Part of me was looking at the book, and I was kind of thinking, well, maybe I should read it anyway. But we'll see, because it's a signed copy, so I kind of didn't want to just toss it. But and I also bought Transformations again, which apparently picks up right after The Forest Tales, so I might give it a shot. We'll see. But one thing's for sure, I'm spoiled for choice right now because I have like 9 books on my Kindle. I have one more book over here after I finish the 2 physical books I'm reading, and we'll see. It's like I try and read a variety of stuff. Usually, it breaks down to being a lot of Star Trek, a lot of furry, and sometimes some other stuff. And we'll see. I still have a book recommended from folks when I was trying to look for a sci-fi. I remember I tried reading the first chapter and it didn't go very well. I don't even remember what it was called right now. Something Fox something. But anyway, I'll give it another shot. I'll give it a fair shake, and if it doesn't speak to me after a few chapters, I'll move on. We'll see. But I've got a lot of options, so hopefully there'll be a good variety of books to review. I think that one a month, though, is probably as fast as I can go. So you may, you're only going to get 12 reviews out of me a year, but that's pretty good for me anyway. It's it's what I can do, is what I can manage, is what I feel happy doing. So, I mean, I'm always up for recommendations. If anybody's got a new book out or anything exciting, I will absolutely consider taking a look if you think that my opinion is worth it. I mean, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be fair. I'll tell you the truth. It's like I would give you my opinion, and generally speaking, I don't pull any punches, but I also don't nitpick either, or at least I don't think I do. I feel like I'm fair and balanced, and I'll give you an honest opinion of it. So I mean, if that's something that appeals to you, feel free to suggest your latest project to me. Novels or short story, novels only, really. I mean, because I don't really have time to do short stories unless they're short story collections. Like I've done Swordmaster's Tale. I plan to do When the World Was Young. Things like that. I will do things like that, and everybody will get an individualized review for their individual story, as well as perhaps a consideration of the collection as a whole. But we'll see. I mean, generally speaking, though, absent any suggestions, I will probably just pick my own books and just read them and just if you come across something you like, great. If you come across something you've read, maybe you want to see what I thought of it, or maybe you don't care, in which case this doesn't matter. But anyway, that is that. Let's see. Quick topic, Christmas. Okay, now that Thanksgiving is over, I can officially sanction the listening to of Christmas music, the application of Christmas decorations, and we will probably be getting our tree up within the next couple of days. I didn't feel like doing it Black Friday, but odds are I'll ask Shrag to pull out the Christmas tree and I will assemble it probably Monday. Because Monday I have work in the morning, but I have a dentist appointment in the afternoon. Fingers crossed it's just a cleaning. Maybe a cavity, we'll find out. But if I get home early, I think I'll set up the tree and get that ball rolling, because I think that'll be a good time for me to want to do that. Because, my weekends are usually pretty scheduled with all the things I have to do and all the things I want to do. And, we'll see. But I'm looking forward to Christmas, and I guess now that we are officially in December, I have to buy people gifts mode. For the most part, my gift list is relatively short. I mean, Shrag and I always buy each other things. I know what I'm going to get for my parents this year. I usually get something for my sister, my niece. I would like to get something for my boss. I have to get a Secret Santa. And let's see, I also have maybe I'll probably get something also for Resi, just because I did last year, and I kind of want to I like Christmas. I've always liked Christmas, and I know it's not for everyone, and I respect folks that don't celebrate Christmas and such, but for me, I always like Christmas, and anybody that does celebrate Christmas, I really like them to have a positive opinion of the holiday. So I would like to do what I can to try and rekindle Resi's appreciation of Christmas, and so on and so forth. As far as the organization project, it's going well. The place is looking nice. It's accessible in a lot of ways, and the stacks of stuff are getting much smaller. Pretty soon, it's going to be up to the point of just, maintenance. I still want to. My next big project is to kind of rearrange the movies and our media into sorting them pretty much by genre. Movie series are probably still going to be separated, but everything else is going to kind of be organized into a specific place that I know exactly where to find them. And I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff that I don't feel the need to keep in our collection anymore. Books, movies. I've given away 16 bags of stuff to Goodwill, and it's like now the house is starting to look nice. I still want to go through my costumes at some point. I know there's some stuff that I can toss, some stuff that I might give away, a bunch of stuff, but I'm not at that stage yet. That's kind of like a low priority for me right now. I still have to go through some of the stuff under the bed, because there's some stuff I want to keep under there, some stuff I want to get rid of. Closet, I think the upper section is good. Maybe some of the clothes, maybe some of the bottom level. And I know I'm talking kind of fast. I got a lot of stuff, but long story short, things are going pretty well. It's looking like pretty soon the library, where we store most of the books, the DVDs, and all sorts of media, is almost ready. And I still have glass cases to clean. Eventually, I got to wash the car, and there's other stuff. But now that it's ongoing, it's all making progress. Still got to finish cleaning the stove and the oven, the front of the oven. Still have to do the bathroom, but again, this is all stuff that's like, as long as I keep at it, I'll get to it eventually. And the house is looking cleaner, the house is looking nicer, and so we're gonna keep going in that direction. Well, that's it for now, and I will catch you all in 2 weeks.
If you like werewolves, check out my book Blue Moon, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. Meow.